Hey folks, we're over at Salvation Army Thrift. I didn't know that I didn't have very much camera, so I don't know how much still footage I'm going to get in there because I don't have very much time left. So I'll only turn it on if I see anything or whatever, but I might just show you what I got at the house. So I'm going to hit the other one as well, so I'll just talk to you in a bit. Went to 2 thrift stores in the pawn shop and picked up a few things. We're calling this the Pawn Thrift Extravaganza. Actually, it's not that extravagant. I actually probably got less stuff total than I did at Vintage Stock and Liberty, but why not show it? Sorry I couldn't get any footage really indoors. Actually, when I got home yesterday, folks, a little surprise was waiting for me. A great surprise, actually. It was my charger for my other camera, so I'm actually filming this video. And I think I filmed the other one yesterday. I just forgot to mention the charger. But I got the charger yesterday. I filmed last night's video. And then I'm filming today's video on my new cam. And Pete, this is what I film the videos on when I go out in public. This is my other little cam. This is the one I use. I'm not using that one, but you can see it's not very big. It's almost just a little bit bigger than a cell phone. And most cell phones have this screen on it, you know, and then you have buttons down here, so they don't really notice when I'm walking around with this thing. And I keep it kind of down, you know, I don't really show it, but, you know, I'll film around some stuff sometimes when nobody's looking, but most of the time I just kind of keep it kind of right in front of me and, you know, just, you know, inconspicuous, so. Nobody said anything. Actually, I think the guy in Liberty might have saw me doing it, but you know what, I don't think he really gave a shit, so, you know. That's that. Anyway, I know y'all weren't interested in that, but a couple people would kind of wondered what camera I used when I went out and did things. And that's what I use. So let's see. Actually, folks, I know I said I had a couple games from that one thrift store, but I ended up putting one of them back because it was called. What was it called? It was just called Snowboarding. It was for the PlayStation, and it was like wanted like $3 for it. And I was like, I don't really care. So I put it back. But I did pick up a copy of Soul Calibur for the Dreamcast for $3. And I already had a copy of this game, but this one's actually in better shape than the one I already had. And I got the other one at Game Exchange, and it was $12.99. I just picked this up for $3. So cool deal. And then we went to the old pawn shop. When I got my Dreamcast, I got it from one of the pawn shops, not that one. That's the one that I've been going to and showed you this footage twice now. Is the one I got the Heavy Sixer and all the Atari stuff from. But there is another one that I go to occasionally, and that one's where I got my Dreamcast. And it came with 2 controllers, 2 BMU units, the system, all the hookups, and it was like $35, I think, and that wasn't too bad because you know I was like $35, you know, whatever, and that's when I started buying Dreamcast stuff. But that other pawn shop, all their games, anything below like Xbox and up, Xbox PS2 and up, they're only $1. I mean, even the like Nintendo 64 games and stuff, when you go to Vintage Stock and want Smash Brothers, it's $25. And actually, I picked up a copy of Smash Brothers and Diddy Kong Racing at that pawn shop for $1 a piece. So just gotta look around. Sometimes, you know, there's the old adage, you know, if you don't buy it when you see it, the next time you go back, it ain't gonna be there. And that's true more often than not. Believe me, I've burned myself quite a few times by not buying stuff. I picked up 2 games. Hey, another sports games. Great football. Great football. It is cased with the tabber. And the instruction booklet has been a little bit worked over. It's a little wrinkly. It looks like somebody might have stepped on it a couple times or something. But it's got another one of these posters in here. Same poster as the other ones, but it's got a poster. And the cart actually looks really good. So, great football. I didn't know if I had great football, and it ended up that I had the tennis and not the football. So, I ended up going back and getting this one. It was $3, just like the other ones were $3. And a second one I picked up was Monopoly for the Master System. This one also has the tab, and with battery backup RAM. All right. And this one also has instruction booklet. This instruction booklet looks awesome. Another one of these posters. I got about 8 of these posters now, folks. And the game. Actually, with the battery in it, this game is heavier than that other one. You can physically feel that it's heavier. So, makes you wonder how big of a battery they put in it. But both these were $3, so $6 total. Add a couple more Master System games to the list. And usually I only buy Master System games if I see them in the box. If they're loose, cart. I don't really know enough about the games to go, oh, that was an awesome game, I need to buy it even though it's just a loose cart. So usually I only buy them if I see them in box, complete, like those were. Okay, and then last but not least, we went over the Disabled American Veterans. They had 2 things that I wanted, and I went ahead and picked them up. Actually, this one was just kind of a throwaway thing. I picked up another PlayStation 1 controller. This one doesn't have that vibration or the analog sticks. It's just your basic one you got with the original system back in the day. $1.50, $1.48. I've got 2 or 3 of these now. I can't help myself, folks, sometimes. I just buy this stuff and buy and buy. I like having 2 of every system, so I have a backup in case something happens. I have one, redundancy. But sometimes we're starting to get a little more over-redundant here when we have 4 PlayStation 1s and 3 PlayStation 2s and a Slim, so we have 4 of those, so I don't know. Rambling. Back on track here. Last thing I picked up was a Game Boy Light Boy in box. They decided to write on the box in grease pencil the price, but it was $2. I wish they would have put a sticker on it instead of writing on the box, but it's actually still has the cardboard thing, and the actual light and magnifying glass looks in really great shape. It's not scratched or anything really that bad, and the one that I have in my other case was an off-brand one. So this one is the name brand actual Light Boy. So nothing major there, folks. Just a couple of, that's the Extravaganza right there. Extravaganza and some rambling. You gotta love it. I did also get a couple packages in the mail that I already went ahead and opened because they're really not that spectacular. Just a couple Nintendo games that came from 2 different sellers. So I got a copy of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I did have a regular Punch-Out. I didn't have Mike Tyson's, and actually I didn't even know that, so I went looking, and I found out that I didn't have Mike Tyson, so I got that one. And then I also got Kirby's Adventure. And both of them have great front labels. The Mike Tyson, the back label is a little ripped up at the top. Kind of bugs me a little bit. They didn't mention that in the sale, but they said the front label was in great shape. And I was like, front label in great, or intact is what they said. Front label intact. I was like, oh, awesome, sweet. It's not ripped up or anything. What they meant is front label intact, back label not intact. So, CYA, cover your ass. Not gonna complain about it too much. Tack that onto the total. We're up to 187, I think, on Nintendo games now. And that'll do her. That was it.